As you see it pop across the timeline.
They talk to us, but then we kind of just like everybody else, we find out stuff too. We just worry about the football part.
Perfect. Let's talk about the football part and what you've seen from your guys here during OTAs. It's kind of one of those things where you have this rock solid guy in 4A, and then young guys that you're trying to build up. What has that process been like getting a second year in for some of those guys?
It's been great. 4A is solid, extremely intelligent, always excited, very detailed, and then Devin Lloyd coming back and just the excitement of him being in his second year in the system. And then he even actually texted me and he was watching film. He said, I'm tired of putting mediocre film out there, so I'm going to be a whole lot better this year. And I said, hey, I'm excited with you because this process for me is we're going at this together, because it's my second year as a position coach. It's like his second year in the league. So, and then with Chad, super excited about Chad, very versatile, very smart, can do a lot of things. Then we got Shaq Quarterman, who's extremely physical, good on teams. And then we got Caleb Johnson, who actually led the team, special teams tackles. And then we brought in Ventrell and DeQuan. So we're really excited about those guys. And got an extremely competitive room. And I think those guys kind of feed off each other and they push each other.
I think one of the things that stuck out to me from Doug speaking the other day was how much he was harping on depth.
Right.
And how this team has it so much more than years past the Jags have. Which makes for a really, really interesting training camp at certain positions. Yeah. And inside linebacker absolutely has to be one of them.
Yeah, it is. And we know it's a business. We know we go to camp with 90 and you got to get down to 53. But, we always talk about, don't count your reps and make your reps count. And then we talk to guys about, Mike always harps on this, your guys might have a role right now, but if you want your role to change, you got to go out and make plays. So that's the only some guys that go out in preseason and make plays.
One last one for me, and you just mentioned making plays. We're asking all the position coaches, what was your favorite defensive play from a year ago? If you had to pin
My
it on,
favorite play, honestly, the Tennessee game when we were down, and defensively we actually were able to win the game, and win the game when Rayshawn came out the edge. He caused a sack fumble, and Josh, we got a great bounce, and he picked it up, and we ran for a defensive touchdown. That was my greatest memory from last season.
You're not the only one who said that.
Oh. So, yeah, that's my greatest memory.
When you said Tennessee, I thought you were going to say Shaq when he popped there.
Oh, but you know what? That was great, too, but it's because that kind of started the winning streak. Yeah, that was great, but I guess that one put us in the playoffs, so of course I had to say that one. And then me and Mia got a great picture.
We do. It's my cover photo now. It's my cover photo. Everyone loves it.
I love it too. All right, thank you.
All right, so you ran through the list of your room.
I
noticed you didn't have one name, which may have just been you forgot him. Devin.
No, I said Devin.
Oh, you didn't say Devin?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed Devin. Okay.
I
was gonna say so was it Foye or Devin?
No, it was Foye. I was on my first. Devin was the one who texted me
with mediocre.
Yes.
Oh, so that was Devin.
That was Devin. Yeah,
okay.
He told me, he said, I'm tired of putting mediocre film on tape. I'm gonna be so much better. And I said, good. And I think for him, I think Devin is hard on himself, in which we all as competitors we are. But I told him, you gotta understand, it was your first time going through. It was a rookie year. So you had some growing pains, just like every rookie who come in the league. So the good thing is you understand and you know where you want to go. So now you have a plan because you've been through it 1 year. So So I think he's been great in OTAs. He's been great in the classroom. And I think from a communication standpoint, he's going to be lights out. And for him, I told him, it's all about executing, playing fast, and playing free. So
a lot of people, the reason I asked is a lot of people have asked about, will he blitz off the edge? Can you move him around like a chess piece?
He's going to be an inside backer. We got guys off this, we got Trayvon, we got Josh, we got Yasir now, we got Caleb Vaughn. So those guys are the outside backers. Mike put us in position, and he challenged me and challenged inside backers. We got to be an effective quarterback inside, winning on back. So that's what we've been working on.
Ventrell enters the room. I think a lot of people were surprised. You as a Georgia guy were probably a little upset for other reasons. I'm just kidding.
He wear a lot of Florida stuff around here, so I'm telling him now, for you to be wearing all that Florida stuff, and you acting like y'all were good. So you got to start wearing more Jag gear. You wear all this Florida stuff. Y'all haven't been good in a while.
Were you surprised though?
I'm not surprised because I understand, the nature of you always want to get good players and, you want it to be competitive. So, we understand that point. And then he knows that it's a very stacked room in a sense, and you got to come in and make your mark.
How difficult is it knowing he's not at 100% right now?
I think it's probably more difficult for him, because he would like to feel like he's 100%, but it's a part of, with that foot, you want him to be healthy so you can actually put your best film out there.
When you look at this defense, and obviously, as of right now, it's a 3-4 base.
Right.
But knowing you have Chad, you have Devin,
Right.
you want to get both those guys on the field, how difficult is it from your perspective as a position coach?
I don't think it's difficult. I think that's more so for our leader, and Mike is probably challenging more for him. I just try to make sure I'm going over everything that we need to go over as far as implementing the system and letting them know what we have and what we're supposed to do. So that's not that challenging for me. That's a good problem for me because we know that if anything happens, we got someone like Chad that he can go in and we're not going to miss a beat.
I asked you this last year, and it's crazy to think. You are the longest tenured coach. You've been here. You've been through 3 different regimes.
It was a blessing.
When you look at last year compared to your previous years.
No.
And also when you were a player, too.
Right.
What stood out? Besides the playoff run, what was it about last year?
You know what? It was great because when we were going through the losing, I think Coach Peterson was extremely even keel, and he continued to promote positivity, and he continued to say, hey guys, we're going to turn it around. And I think that calming demeanor, and of course he was on us about, hey, we got to play better, but just the demeanor of we going to play better and we're going to do it together, I think was extremely motivating, for all of us as coaches. We wanted our guys to play better and we wanted to win. So, and I think the players kind of felt that way too, and kind of looked at it. We close, and then we started winning some games and we went on the run. And I think it was that belief, and guys just kind of got more closer and got more together.